Hi guys, and welcome to C Sharp tutorial of tournament scoring system. Let me show you guys how this works. So let's first of all click on the reset. And if I say no, the system will still remain used. However, if I say yes, this is what you get. Okay, let's go for maybe running, and let's say it's Fatin Johnson. She's just scored 30 or 36. Tony Montana, um, Peter Parker, Paul Woolman. They all have 36 points. Let's go for long jump and so on. You see that, guys? There. And that is how it works. We can total up all the scores here. The total team score. See that? And you can even reset. Exit if you want. No, I don't want to exit yet. No, I don't want to reset. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. And welcome back to Visual Studio 2022. So I'm going to start by clicking on create new project, and the template I'm going to be using is going to be C# right there. If you don't have C# on your system, all you need to do is come right here, drop it down, select C#, and since it's going to be Windows Forms application, click on that and then just select the template that you intend to use. So the one I intend to use is Windows Forms application. If you scroll right down here, you should be able to locate your Windows Forms application. Okay, so if you can see it, all you just need to do is just type in Windows right there. And there we go, that's it right there, Windows Forms application.net. Make sure you're using the one that says .net. Okay, now select that, then click on next. Give your project a name. I'm gonna call my project CS underscore tournament, and let's click on create. There we go. So my font size, I'm going to define a font size now to something a little bit much more manageable. Let's come here. You see where we have the size. I'm going to make the size about, let's go for 2000 plus. Let's say 2000 and 444, something like that, by 1460. There we go. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'll come straight here. See, I'm supposed to have my toolkit in here, but unfortunately I don't have it, so I'm going to go straight to, or go to view. Inside the view, you should be able to see your toolbox right there. Click on that. Okay, and scroll right down. What I need now is the let's go for, first of all, let's just select the panel and scroll right down. I should be able to see the panel somewhere. There we go, that's the panel there. So drag the panel, something like that. Yeah, that should do. And I'm going to come in here. Let's change this to about maybe 80, 180. So yeah, 182, right. And the next thing is I'm going to come right up here. Let's change the back color. You see the back color? You can change it to cadet blue. Let's say cadet blue. Okay, that is the name. Or let's undo that, or you can just change it to, if you don't want to know the name, you can always use the RGB. Let's go back to control The RGB is 95, 158, 160. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's called cadet blue. That is it right there. Okay, that's looking good now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this one, hold on to the control, click and drag. Something like that. Let's take it down. Let's drag here to the right down. Okay, that we do. The next thing is I'm going to come right here, go back to the toolbox. I need a label. Just dump a label right there and let's change the name here to tournament scoring system. And let's come up here. You see where we have the font size. I'm going to change the font size. Let's make it about 60 and bold. Okay, that's fine. Looking good. Now, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to grab all of a group box. Let's come right down here. We should be able to see group box. There we go. That's it right there. Just drag it, dump it there. Okay, this group box has officially inherited the background color. I don't want it to be cadet blue, so I'm going to change it back to the default color, and that is supposed to be control. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is the fonts. Let's change the font of that group box here. I'm going to make that maybe 28. Yeah, 28. Okay, and let's come right down here. Change the, let's say, events and points. There. Let's make it a little bit bold. Let's come up here and just change that to bold. That's good. Now, I'm now going to go back to the toolbox again and let's add a checkbox. Grab hold of that, dump it right there. I have one text checkbox. I'm going to change the font size of that checkbox to 22. And let's change the name of that very checkbox. So let's come in here and just enter running. And the variable name, I'm going to change that to CHK running. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. And I'm also going to add a label. Let's come right down. There we go. That's a label. And just change that to, let's make that 22 as well. Okay. And the name of that very label, I'm going to change it to LBL running. There. And come right down. And now let's come up here and change. You see auto size? I'm going to make that false. And the back color, I'm going to leave it as control, but the border style, let's make that fixed 3D. And get rid of the text content that we have in here. Get rid of that. And also just get it centered. Whatever I enter in there will be centered. And the default value in there, let's make that about 36. There. And that is that done. Good. Okay, I'm now just going to copy the rest. Just hold on to this. Just click and drag. Yeah, that will do. Hold on to your control, click and drag. Control, click and drag. So I need 5 events in total. Okay, click drag. I just need one more. Click and drag. There. Now this is going to be known as long jump. Yeah. Let's change the name to long jump. CHK long jump. And this is going to be known as LBL long jump. There. Next, that is going to be known as maybe swimming. CHK swimming. And right underneath here, I'm going to change that to swimming. Then we have football. And this is going to be known as CHK football. There we go. This is going to be known as LBL football. And the value as well, I should have changed that. Let's come in and just make that maybe 34. And here, I need to change this value to maybe about 27. No, 24 would do. And the name should have been officially known as LBL swimming. Here. And let's see this jump. Let's change that to maybe about 12. There we go. Now the last one there, let's just call that tennis. Maybe table tennis. There. Change the name of this CHK tennis. And the score for this one first. First of all, let's change this to about 30. And the name is going to be LBL table tennis. There. Okay, that is fine. Let's grab all of this and just reduce this. Here we go, guys. Look at that. And the official name, let's add a little bit of more space in between. Boom, that's too much. Undo that. Just one more. There. Okay, that's fine. So all I need to do now is I'm going to copy this. Hold on to your control because we should be having 4 teams in total. So let's come right here. Hold on to the control, click and drag to copy this. You have 1 team here. And let's get rid of this. Now I'm going to change this to team 1. 1. And I will get rid of all of these because I don't need them. I just need their names, individual. Okay, here that's gonna be, it's a Fatim Johnson. Fatim Johnson here. And Fatim Johnson, that is going to be known as CHK Team 1. CHK Team 1, Player 1. Okay, brilliant. And the other ones is going to be known as Player 2 and so on. This is going to be CHK Player 2. Team 1, Player 3. Player number 4. Player 4. And this is player number 5. Yeah. Now let's give them a name. Player number 5, we can just call that Alan Parker here. And player number 2, or player number 4, Sally Stone. Player number 3, change the name to be John Stones. And player number 2, Travis Scott. Right, guys. So and so on. So all I then need to do is just hold on to the control, click and drag. We have number 3, number 2, then we need 2 more. Okay, so select this and there. And now just change the details around. Grab all of this. Change the details around and I will get back to you guys. That's exactly what I did in here. That's what I'm gonna do here. Okay guys, I've finished with the naming. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to have to copy another, say, group box. Let's come in here, grab all of the group box and just drag that here, something like that. And I'm also going to change the font size of that group box to, let's make it maybe about 18 bold, and the text content on it, I'm going to change that to, let's change it to something, let's say total score, total events score, something like that. All right, there we go. And in here, I'm going to add a label. Maybe either copy a label or just grab all of let's grab all of these. Hold on to control, click and drag. Just drag it. And I'm going to change the the total in here should be about 136. And the name, let's change the name to LBL total score. Yeah, that'll do. Right. However, the fonts, let's change the fonts. No, let's change the back color. I'm going to change it to control. Control. There we go. That's fine. I'll just copy this now. Hold on to control, click and drag. And before that, let's see one thing. I think that fonts, this one is about, I think this one is about 22. So let's change this one too. Let's go back here, change it to maybe 22 as well. All right. So hold on to this, click and drag, copy it here. Here. And this is going to be known as Team 1. As for Team 1 score. There. Okay, the value in here is going to be 0. And let's change this. Right. Alright, so I'm just going to copy this now. Hold on to the control, click and drag. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one is going to be Team 4. And this 3, 2, Yeah. Okay, let's give these labels their own respective name. So this one is going to be known as Team 1 score. Team 1 score. That's good. So this is Team 2 score. So letter 2, 3. And this is going to be known as Team 4 score. There we go. Brilliant. So now let's scroll right down, and here I'm just going to grab hold of here. Let's grab hold of this. Just copy it. Right, just copy this. Dump it right underneath here. I'm gonna drag this down a little bit more here, and just extend this group box. There we go. That's fine. And in here we have. I will change the back color. Let's change the back color to control. Yeah. And this, I'm going to change that to cadet blue. That's 95,158, 160. There. Now, let's add buttons. Come right there and just grab hold of buttons. Just one button will do, then we can change it around. We have a button there. This button is going to be known as, let's just call that BTN overall points. BTN overall points. Yeah. And the value in there, yeah, we can just change that to overall point as well. Then back color anyway, red blue. Next. And that's, there we go. Overall point with the space. There. And this one is LBL. LBL overall score. LBL overall score. There we go. Now I'm going to copy these very button. Hold on to control, click and drag. 2, and there we go. This one is going to be known as BTN exit, and the text content on it is going to be known as exit. Paste. This is reset, and the variable name is BTN reset. BTN reset. Brilliant. I believe I'm supposed to finish with the design of the interface. Yeah, drag this down a little bit more. Okay guys, so let's try this out and see. So I'm going to click on run. Save it first. Click on run. Oh, look at that. You see how my form is? It has actually shrunk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write one line of code to take care of that. So let's close that. See, I will double click on my form here and go right here. You see where we have public form initialized right there. Let's press enter. So I'm going to say this dot size that is going to be equals new. So let me just accept all of these for now, and let's grab hold of the size of my form. So let's go back to form and click on the form. That's the size. Copy that size and make sure this form is also centered. Look at it where it says start position, get it centered. So I'm going to double click on the form now. Come in here, paste the size, close that, and enter semicolon. So that should actually give me the right size. So if let's save and run. Yeah, look at that. See that now? Okay, there's something we need to get sorted here, and that is, you see, the end user can just decide to resize the form how they want. So we're going to work on preventing that. So I'm going to come back here. See inside the form initialize. If you double click, you can always come there. Right there, I'm going to select all of these and just let's use the following lines of code. You say these actually represent the form dot, let's say maximum. Okay, let's go for the minimum size first. All right, okay, minimum size is going to be 2000 plus as well. Okay, so that is going to be the minimum size. All right, and the maximum size as well. Let's say this MX maximum size is going to be exactly the same size. There we go. So if I run it now, the system will not allow you to reduce the form how you want anymore. Okay, so the form is now fine. You cannot reduce or do any other thing with it. That's brilliant. So I'm going to exit out. So let's take care of exit first. All right, let's go back in here, double click on the, yeah. Now for the exit. Okay, as for the exit, first of all, I'm going to call the following. Let's say dialog results. So that's going to be the method I intend to use. I will give it a name and just call it I exit. So in here, I'm just going to then say I exit equals the following message. Okay, that's the variable that I declared. So and we just say I exit equals message box dot show. That should be message box. That should be uppercase. Message box dot show. And what I want it to show is just going to be, let's say, confirm. There we go. Confirm if you want to exit. All right, let's call the following. Then I'm going to enter the name of my system in there. Let's just call it tournament. Tournament system. There we go. Now, I will then add two messages. The first one is going to be for the message box, and the second one is going to be for, it's going to be a message box as well that will ask you, that will display an error message or information. The choice is yours, whichever you want to use. So I'm going to say message box buttons dot yes or no. So let's accept that. Now the next one, I'll say comma, is going to be for the icon, message box icon, and the icon that I'm looking for is going to be question mark. There we go. Now I'm going to use the question mark. Okay, this is the message that will be displayed. That's the title, and this is the message box that will display yes or no button. If you look at it in total, I have argument 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's use a conditional statement. So here I'm going to say if I exit, if it's equals dialog result yes, then what I just want the system to do is to exit out. So you can say either close, close is another way, or you can just say application.exit. Hey, that takes care of my exit. So if I run it, I should be able to exit out of the system. However, the system will officially prompt me to confirm if I want to exit or not. See that? If I say no, I'm still within the working environment. However, if I say yes, exit, I'm out of the working environment. Okay, the next thing we want to do now is to take care of the reset button. In the case of the reset button, I want the system to be able to reset every single component in here. And as you can see, I have 5 multiplied by 5. We're talking of 25 lines of code just for the checkbox alone. So what I'm going to do to prevent me writing a lot of codes, I will just come right in here, double click on reset first. However, let's say right above reset, I'm going to create a function for the reset. Let's just enter comment line there, and another one underneath here just to so that I don't get it mixed up. So in here, I'm going to take private and just give it whatever name I intend to give to it. So let's copy that and paste that in here. And here, just change the name of this to maybe uncheck, uncheck, uncheck all. Yeah, that would be uncheck all. That is the name of my function that I want to create. However, it is going to be, let's say, param, taking out the parameters. So there's that in here, and that is going to be for system dot windows and dot forms. Which component am I talking of? I'm talking of group box. There we go. Right, let's paste them in an array. So this group box is going to be, let's just say group box. There. So now let's use a for each. For each system dot group box in group box. So grab hold of all of this. For each system dot window dot form dot group box, get rid of this dot group box in group box dot group box in group box. Now we'll use another for. Okay, however, I must have to enter curly braces. So the second one is going to be for each control that we have within that group box itself. And this control that I'm talking about, that is to do with the group box. Okay, so let's accept that. Okay, now in here, now, I'm now going to use a if statement to check out this control. For those controls within the group box itself, and those controls are the checkbox. So I'll say if this controls that you're talking of is system dot check, I'm gonna accept that. Okay, if is system does check, and this check that I'm talking about are the checkbox. So I'm going to just enter it here. These are the checkbox. So what I want you to do for the checkbox is just to play it. So I'm coming here now, paste, and I just say dot checked, and that is going to equals false. Okay, so that's my function created. All that is now left for me to do is just to call this function right in here. All right, so we need to, let me close this one first. That's why I have that error message. Okay, now I'm going to now come right inside my reset button here. Within my reset button, all I just need to do is to call my function, this 01, and check all, paste that in here. Uncheck all, what do I want you to check? Uncheck. I want you to uncheck the following group box. I think I have 1 to 5 in there. So number 1, I have group box number 2 as well. That's for 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just 4 here and 5 there. So this group box that I'm referring to, the anyhow, let me show it to you guys. Let's go to open up the properties. Look, this is the first one. Look at the name. Group box 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, these ones I'm now gonna just clear them like that, or else I will have to write another lines of code for all these ones. So let's go back in here. That's the group box clear. So if I run the system now, so let me show you what I'm talking about, and check all of this, my function should be able to reset the old selected components. So if I click on this, there we go. Look at that. Done. Okay, that's good. Now, the other thing is, supposing I grab hold of this to prompt the user to confirm if they really want to play the system. So I'm going to come in here now, just paste all of this there. Paste that in here. So grab hold of my codes, cut that off, and just paste it in here. And in here, I can change this one to confirm if you want to reset. Okay, so it will prompt the user to confirm. There, see that, guys? Because some user end up making mistakes. So there. So let's change this instead of question. Let's change that to maybe an information or exclamation. The choice is yours. Yes, exclamation. Let's run it and see. Run. And I select whatever in here just to demonstrate what I'm talking about. There we go. So confirm if you want to reset. If I say no, it remains the same. However, if I say yes, there we go. Brilliant. Now, one more thing. Check this out. See, when I enter some values in here, I want this one changed. And if you look at their names, that is LBL team 1 score. So let's go back in here. You can just reset that right underneath here. Dot text, and that is going to be equals player. That's the first one. So I'm going to copy that and repeat the same thing for number 2, yeah, number 3, and number 4. That's good. And what about LBL? LBL overall. Yeah, and I said that as well. Okay, so all of that is taken care of. So exit is taken care of, reset is taken care of. Now let me show you guys the function for reset again. Look at this. You do need that function, okay? I'll bring it down there. So let me run it. Okay, so you reset. Go. No. Yes. Okay. All right. That is fine. We now need to take care of. Let's take care of this. What I just want the system to do in here is to add up the scores that we have in here and store it in here. So let's exit out. Now go back in here, double click on this. Now we're going to declare the following variable double. That's the data type. So let's say team 1 score, and that is going to be equals, let's convert to double, and what we're converting to double is going to be the content we have inside team 1. So that's for team 1. So I'm going to copy that. 2, 2, 3, and 4. So just change the variable name. 2, 3, 4, and here 2, 3, and 4. Brilliant. And the results, let's say double, and that's going to be, let's say result. That's the name of the container. That's going to be equals team 1. This one. Let's add them all up. Team 2, then take it to, let's accept that. Yeah, and plus number 4. There. That is all that taken care of. So now I want the final output. I want it right inside the overall here. Overall score. Paste that in here. This case, overall score is going to be equals. It has to be converted to string, yeah, which is already given me a clue. That is it right there. Okay, so that is that taken care of. I'm going to save that. Let's run it. So nothing will happen now until we finish up with all of this. Okay, so what you get is 0 because nothing is happening. There's no value in here. And the default value officially should be 0, not that copied in here. So let's go back. Just come right in here. Default value in here should be 0. There. Okay, so what we need to do now is when I click on these very event here, and I select whatever name I expect names to just display the score that they've achieved in there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to exit out and get that working. I'm going to have to create some functions. So let's come right down here. Right, so for this very first one here, see this box here, I want to start with this one. So let's start by saying the following. So I'm going to copy, let's just copy this. And right underneath here, let's create a function, a new function for that. We'll come right down here, paste that in here, and the name of this function is just going to be known as chk player, chk team1 players, and underscore check changes. So I'm now going to add some more argument in here. So that's going to be for the system dot windows dot forms, and that is going to be for the checkbox. So I'm going to say dot checkbox. Okay, and that very checkbox, that's going to be the player checkbox. Let's say player checkbox. All right, as you can see, it is private. Okay, next time I'm going to do is I'm going to declare some variables in there. First one is going to be for running points. So the running point that I'm referring to is just this very one here. Okay, so running point, let's go back in here. Running point, that will be equals, I'm going to get it to convert dot to int 32. Int 32, whatever we have in here. Let's check out the name of this. That is running, this very one. Yeah, LBL running. Okay, so say LBL running dot x dot text. There. Now what is the name? Yeah, I guess the name is right. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, LBL running dot text. Okay, so let's take care of these errors first. These square braces should actually be underneath here, so let's take care of that. There. Okay, the next one is going to be for long jump. So I'm going to copy this and just put it right here. Now long jump and so on. Total is about 5. So this one is going to be long jump points. Okay, and this is long jump. LBL long jump. That's the name of that label. LBL long jump. I think this is uppercase. Right. Next is going to be football. Football. And this is going to be LBL football. It should be uppercase. Right. Then this is going to be table tennis. Table to uppercase T. And right here. Okay, and finally this is going to be swimming. So the variable name is swimming, and this is going to be LBL swimming. Okay, so that is sorted. That represents every single component that you guys are looking at here. So the next thing I want to do now is to actually create a variable. So let's come back in here, create another variable. This variable I'm going to call it team. Let's say team score, team one score. Yeah, that's fine. Team one score, that's going to be equals convert dot to string whatever we have inside LBL team one score. So let's accept that. So that is sorted. Brilliant. And what we then want to do, and the next thing we want to do now is to actually update the score for each sporting event. So to do that, what I'm going to do is, you see this very team one score, grab hold of that, just paste it right underneath here. And what is going to happen is, for each score, the function we have to call an update score. So I'm going to have to write another function that's going to be called update score. So first of all, let's just say update score. That will end up with an error because we don't have a function called update score just yet. And what are we updating is going to be chk running. Okay, so the box of the running is there, comma, and I'm going to get hold of the player check box. This very one here, just paste it right there. And I'm going to also grab hold of the running points, the comma, and also the team score, team one score, to end that with semicolon there. So the only error we have now is this one for this score. So that should take care of running. So we need to repeat the same thing for all of these other ones. So I'm going to copy all of these and just paste it right underneath and change it to run. There we go. So let's just change this. So this one is going to be for jumping, long jump actually. CHK long jump, paste. And here that's going to be long jump, the other one. Long jump points there. And I'm going to repeat the same thing for this one. That's for football. And this is going to be for football. Grab all of the football points. Just paste it there. That's for the football. Okay, so guess you get the whole idea. I'm just going to speed that up for the others. Okay, that is done. But we now need to add this very variable here, team score, into this Let's see this very one here. What's the name? LBL Team 1 score. Grab hold of that. Back in the codes. Come right down here. Paste. So we say dot text. That's gonna be equals Team 1 score. And I will have to convert that to a string. That's fine. There we go. So the very first one is taken care of. So this error, don't worry about that. We'll take care of that shortly. Okay, so let's take care of this function. So I'm going to call that, let's come right down here. I'm going to say private integer update score. The update score is going to take in the following argument. So let's grab all of everything in here. Grab all of that. Paste it right in here. That's for the checkbox. And events, comma, the event is going to be for the checkbox, event checkbox. And next is going to be comma, let's say system dot, and I'm going to add the player checkbox. That in there, comma, and I might as well come down here and just add integer points, comma, and integer current score. There we go. So let's add statement block. Okay, as you can see, the function is actually private, which means it's only accessible within this class. So now let's use an if statement. So if event checkbox dot check, I'm going to have to accept that, press enter. Okay, if that is checked, and if the player, this very one, if it's checked as well, grab hold of that. If player, okay, let's say if player is checked, player is checked, then I want the current score here. I want to add +1 here. So let's grab all of that, place that in here. That is going to be plus equals points. This very one. Place that right there. Enter semicolon. Else, okay, else current score is going to be minus. I will come right down here and just return current score. There. So that should actually take care of update. As you can see, update score, the error is gone. Okay, and what you then need to do is to assign the common event handler to all players. So to do that, I'm going to have to create another private function. Let's say private, come right down here in here. Let's make sure it's within. Yeah, let's come down. Right, yes here. Okay, press enter. private void. I'm going to call it initialize. Yep, let's say initialize event handler. Event handler. And come right down here, just enter statement block. Initialize event handler. So the very first one that I want you to initialize, that's going to be my test player. So we say CHK player one, player one here. And we just say dot check checked changed, and that is going to be equals plus equals. Right, so let's say sender, and that is going to be for argument e. Come right down here, change that to an e. Okay, so this is meant to be plus equals. Right, so here now we then say CHK player, so CHK team player, it's meant to be team players. That is the name. I believe it's called team players. Yeah, that's it. Team player one. Okay, underscore change. Yeah, check changed. Underscore check change. And I'm going to say send events. Sender events. Is that in here? And that is going to be comma, and who are we sending it to is actually sending it to CHK team one player. And that's it. The very first one is officially taken care of. We have 5 in total, so I'm going to copy this, mark down, paste, and just change this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. And repeat the same thing here. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I think I am done with that. One more thing that is left now is this initialize event handler. We meant to call that inside the form initialize. Let's go right up here. Let's call that in here, as it's not going to work. Okay, so let me try this out. Let's run it and see. Click on run. Yeah. Now, if I select running and I click on Martin Johnson, check that out, guys. You see that? So let's say Travis is running as well. John is running. Sally is running. And Alan is running. Brilliant, guys. That's good. Okay, let's click on recents. Yeah, it's not working. So I've actually taken care of these group box here. So we need to take care of these other ones. So all I just need to do is just copy. So the whole process can be is exactly the same. So I'm going to copy this now. This is for the very first group box here. The second group box, I'm going to just copy everything I have in here. See that? Copy and just paste it right underneath. There. The name is player 1. So I'm going to change that to 2. So that error is gone. So everything here will be changed to 2. Change the variable to 2. And this one, I think that's fine. Change this one to 2 as well. Team 2. There we go. And this one as well. There. There we go. And this finally. There. I've just taken care of the second function. Have a look at it. Now that is taken care of, update remain the same, and we come right here to get it initialized. We need to assign the value here. So let's copy all of these and paste. And underneath here, to change this to team 2 because that is the name. That's 2. All of this. That's 2. And ES right here. We should change this to 2 as well. 2, 2. There. And right here, change this as well. And that is it. Done. Okay. So I'm going to run this now. Click on run. Select here and Tony Montana. There we go. Look at that. As you can see, this one, there's nothing happening here. Okay. Alright, that's fine. So let's take care of 3 and 4. And exit. Yeah. So for 3 and 4, I can just copy all of these and just change them around. It might give me error. Yes, that's it. There. Let's take care of these ones. Just change this to 3 and 4. That is 3. Okay. This is 4. And here, that is 3 as well. Have that error because this is does not exist here. This is gonna give me error as well. Then I'll take care of that now. And here that's gonna be 4. This is 3. Right. Okay, that's fine. Now let's go up there and take care of these ones. I'm gonna create these two functions for number 3 and 4. So just copy this, copy, paste, and this become number 3. 3. And here that is gonna be 3. 3. Almost there, guys. See that? That's a very nice way and very easy way to create your own tournament scoring system. And here that's 3. 3 here. If you come right down now, you see that the error of 3 is gone. So let's take care of number 4. Okay, just come right down, paste, and change this to 4. And here 4, 4 here, 4. All of this will be full. And that takes care of the function that actually drives the calculation. All right. So if I come right down, you notice the error is gone inside the initialize event. Okay. So take it from the top here. Let's take it from number one. Look, layer number one. From here down here, it's exactly the same lines of codes. Maybe I should just put a line in there. That's for the functions. Okay. Okay. So from here is team number one, team two, team three, team four. And there, that's where the updates calculation takes place. And here, each of them is then assigned to their respective event or respective score inside the initialize event. Okay, so that is that done. So I'm going to save and let's try that out. Click on run. Let's see. Now, run. Here we go. Let's check out Femi Wells. Very good. What about Gunsmith and Starley? Very good. So let's see for long jump. Okay, so and that is it, guys. On the total, and that's how you create your own tournament scoring system in C#. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this brilliant tutorial. Suppose you guys enjoyed. Please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.